college debt. I gave it to Jesus and we ain't looking back. He was like, no, look up actually how much. And I said, this is ghetto. And I did start to feel a little bit like, oh my gosh, like I'm affecting what Keon has. And Keon said the most amazing thing. Tell him what you said.
You saw him, girl.
He was like, your dad's my dad.
Oh, no.
Like, and I was like, wow, that's when I knew. I mean, I was already engaged, but that's when I really knew I had a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I was like, this number right here, not a big deal. But he said it wasn't a big deal. So I'm like, it is what it is.
It never moved me. But that's what I was trying to get you to understand. Well, that's what I was trying to communicate. It's like, there's no more my money, my debt. Like, I married you. I married all of you. I'm not just marrying, you know, the fun part or the six-figure part. No, I'm marrying the debt. I'm marrying all that stuff.
For every man, there's a woman.
And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So you were already engaged, but you knew you had a good one. The only time you knew that you had a good one was when he said he's gonna accept your debt. Wow. Fellas, in so many words, what she's saying, that's when she knew she found her a sucker. Fellas, when it comes to entertaining a woman, when it comes to investing in a woman, she have to be an asset to your life. A woman bringing depth into your life makes her automatically a liability. It's not your job to come downstairs to pull her up. What you gotta understand as a man, as you self-improve and elevate, a woman have to meet you up here. So in other words, if you have your finances together and you choose to marry a woman, you have to make sure she also have her finances together. If she's in debt, let her get that shit together first, and then you can reconsider marrying her. But you don't marry a woman to accept her debt, all because she give you some pussy. And as a man, you always gotta pay attention to the signs, bro. If a chick is all of a sudden looking at you like, wow, you a good man, only because you decide to pay off her debt, it's like, dog, open your eyes, bro. And that's the thing about most of y'all dudes, man. The writing be right there on the wall. And my thing is this: where is this young man elders? He ain't got no father in his corner. Like, he ain't got no uncle in his corner. Like, he ain't got no cousin. He ain't got no homies to pull him aside and be like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? That's not the move. She's looking at you like, wow, I done got me a big sucker, because I don't know any other dude who will take up an offer like this. Dog, if a chick is a liability, she's a liability, dog. There's no ifs, ands about that. Let's say even if you're a millionaire, if you gotta take money out of your account to take care of her, it means she's a liability. So instead of she coming into the picture on a positive, right? Her money is on a deficit. See what I'm saying? So she's coming in to the situation with a negative. That's a bad start. That's a bad start. A woman got to come into your life with her finances in order so she can add to what you got going on, not subtract. This is crazy, right? Fellas, know when to focus on yourself, bro. A woman like this can't make you better. She could only make you worse, bro.
Y'all keep asking me how I went from this man's assistant to his wife. Before we get into the story, I was married, y'all, at first. Not happily married. And we actually were having issues going through a divorce. It was time for me to get a job because I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom. I ended up applying for assistant director position at LA Fitness. Follow along. So I'm just going in with my LA girl. So it was time for me to go to my interview. And guess who I was interviewing with? This dude named Will. It's just the Born This Way concealer shows up for my interview. This man is late. Why Will ain't here though? The man ain't showing up. He ain't taking it serious. Why should I take it serious? I support number 71 brush. I'm ready to leave at this point. So I'm walking out the door. The lady at the front desk like, hold on, I see Will pulling up right now. This interview finna be real quick. I said, nah, that can't be Will. That can't be Will, baby.
She belongs to the streets.
I said, okay, I can stay a little longer. I can do this interview. This concealer been the truth lately. So this is just the Makeup by Mario concealer. So Will comes through the door. I was like, oh. Not that girl on TikTok making me want to buy this hourglass contour stick. But we finna try it today. Which I shouldn't be liking what I see. And I'm over here trying to go through a divorce. Baby, this don't look dark enough. We sit down for the interview. He had like this little table set up. It looked real rigged. We sitting in the middle of the gym having an interview. As we talked, we found out we had a whole bunch of stuff in common. This is no longer an interview. This is feeling like a date because we are getting to know one another. So he started telling me how he only been living in Memphis for a little over a year. He from St. Louis. And I started telling him how I'm over here going with my divorce with my ex. He tells me, I want you to work for me. Do you want me to work for you? Or you want me to work for you? This feels like a movie. Why I feel like I'm in love. And I just met this man. I said, he gonna think I'm crazy. I'll go in with my rare beauty. I accepted the job on the spot because who am I to tell you no? Start working there. As we working together, he started being like my little personal trainer. So we would work out together on lunch. We would work out together on our break. At the gym, not keeping it real PG. One day, I told him, I said, let me make you lunch. I sprinkled that in there. Still at this point, I don't even know if the man like me. I'm just hoping for the best. Let me fall back. I'm over here, got 2 kids, about to get a divorce. This man don't like me. Yeah, I think I did a part 2. This story is longer than I expected it to be. A month passed, y'all. We working together at this point. So I'm his assistant. I'm bringing in the deals. He bringing in the deal. We like this whole little power couple. Like my work husband. But it was this girl that worked with us that had a huge crush on him. I told her, I was like, look, I'm supposed to be moving out, the house with my ex. And I'm moving in with my best friend. I forgot to tell you I had a girlfriend. But they wasn't good. So I was like, you know what, let me fall back. You know how like they be saying like people be waiting in the cut, waiting for somebody to break up? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was me.
It's an evil world we live in.
And I was gonna slide in the DM, send him an email or something. I would let him know that. Talk to him. The girlfriend and him broke up, so he ended up moving out. I moved out. He moved out. I was like, this might be our chance. I didn't know if this man liked me. Well, let's see if he liked me. He always kept it professional, and you want to text him one-on-one. So this was my opportunity to be unprofessional, and I took it. I didn't think he was gonna text back though. I ain't gonna lie. He texted me back, told me yes, and I knew I was in there. I ain't for the streets. I'm a domestic woman, man. It's just my last marriage didn't work out, so I was just like, I wanna be.
Always remember, one man's 2-year relationship is another man's one-night stand. Play it safe, fellas.
Somebody want me who gon' treat me right. It was on our way back from a meeting. We were sitting in the parking lot in the car. And I told him, I was like y'all seen that stuff on TV, like when people can't even figure out the words they want to use and they want to say and they get, that was me. I can't even get my words out. And it's weird. I texted him while I was sitting in the car with him. He told me I'm a woman. I need to say it. Where you at? Y'all always ask me about these lashes in the comments. Y'all, these are just some regular beauty supply hair store lashes from the brand Kiss. $3 lashes. And maybe give it. Now y'all asked for part 3, how I went from the assistant to the wife. I took my ponytail off and I did an outfit change because I'm about to cook dinner. Y'all kept asking about the lashes. I don't have the paper part, but the lashes are Kiss lashes. As for our exes, my ex, I was actively getting divorced. Papers were filed. Processes was going through. Lawyers were being met. Him and his ex, they was on together 6 months. They didn't meet eye to eye because their religion beliefs not aligned. So that's why they didn't work out. Let me just be clear. Nobody in this situation was hurt because everybody knew that they didn't want to be with the person. You see what I'm saying? I don't care how long you been with someone, what y'all got together. Don't waste your youth trying to please somebody else. So that's what I felt like I was doing in my last relationship. Wasn't happy. And I was still young. So I was like, I don't want to be like the people before me, been married 10, 15 years. Then they want to get a divorce. Then they want to talk about so they finna go look for happiness. No, I ain't finna waste my youth. So that's why I skedaddle out of that relationship.
That shit is crazy.
As for the girl who had the crush, yo, she had a crush on him. So that's why I wanted to tell her that I'm gonna shoot my shot, because she couldn't stand a chance. She was actually in a relationship, just found out she was pregnant, and I knew it would ruffle her feathers. That's why I wanted to tell her. I was like, look, I'm about to go shoot my shot with Will, because we both single at the same time. So why not? Babe, I gotta pour me some wine. Y'all finna be getting some tea. I'm finna get some wine. So he told me, yeah, like, what you cook? So y'all, I ain't gonna lie, it was real basic. It was macaroni and cheese, pork chops, some type of green vegetable. Brought it to him at work. It's like, oh, you can cook. I said, I know. Everybody in their own line. He got his own place. I'm staying with my best friend. He invited me to go to church with him. That was our first day. Like I said, I had 2 kids prior. I didn't want him to meet my kids yet because I didn't know where this was going. I just got a divorce. It just didn't make sense. After we left church, we parted ways. While we was on the phone from sundown to sun up, and we both had to be at work Monday morning, talking about, asked me, did I want to get married again? Told him yes, of course. He asked me, did I want more kids? Granted, I had already had 2 kids. He got a daughter, so I was like, nah, I don't want no kids. I wanted 2 more kids. 2 kids? I was like, I might have 1 more. We almost didn't work out just because he wanted kids. I didn't want anymore. Talking about kids got me the After we end up talking more about it, I was like, you know what? I probably would have another kid or 2, depending on the man. You know, throwing it up in the air. I was like, yeah, because if me and you ever get married, my last name gonna be Johnson. I'm gonna make you call me AJ. Here we are, 5 years later. We got married. We bought our first house together. And then we had 2 kids together. All I want to say is, if you're not happy with your current situation, no matter how much therapy you went with that person, how much you prayed over that person, if y'all not aligned and y'all not evenly yoked, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how long you've been in that relationship. I don't care what y'all got established together, because what you got then, you can get it again.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Fellas, it's impossible to turn a hoe into a housewife. Now listen to this woman. She had a man who saved her, but then she claimed she weren't happy and she skedaddled out of the marriage, right? Only to shoot her shot at a man from her job. And the sad part about it, she lined that dude up. Some of y'all dudes out there be lined up. This woman had a family. And as a man, you gotta ask these type of questions. Like, wait, hold on. You going through a divorce right now? Or you just got out of a marriage? Is only a fool who will be like, you know what? I'll pick up that garbage. Yeah, I'll pick up that garbage that he put down. It's only a fool will do that, bro. And the sad part about it, man, this dude married her and had 2 kids with her. Man, shouts to you, whatever. But you always have to understand, the same way you got her is the same way you're gonna lose her. The thing about a woman like this, she have bird energy. The thing about that type of energy, fam, it don't go away. It could be 5 years from now. It could be 10 years from now. But a bird is going to find her way back to the streets. And if you listen to her, she said, if you're not happy, replace that dude and find another. That's the mindset that she have. She don't have a committed mindset. And y'all dudes have to understand that about women who are for the streets. They don't know what it's like to really be committed for real. This is a sad situation, man. But again, this is another reason why, fellas, focus on yourself out here. Don't be so pussy whipped to wife these birds up. This chick just got out of a marriage. Some sucker ass dude met her and allowed her to line him up by saying the right things in order for him to look at her and be like, wow, I want to marry her. And knowing she just played another man. But the Will dude, he thinks he's special. He thinks it can't happen to him. And fellas, that's where a bunch of you dudes go wrong. A bird will always be a bird. A hoe will always be a hoe. and she'll always eventually find her way back to the streets. Facts. If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.